Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube video channel. um, there is something I haven't spoken to you guys about yet, and I would like to share it with you. Okay. Now, at the end of this video, I'll be displaying some pictures so you guys actually know that I have been telling you guys the truth about what happened in December 23rd, 2020, okay? So, here it goes. Now, it all started off like COVID, okay? Now, when COVID ended, so there was no more lockdown, no more curfew, okay? It all ended, vanished, gone. So we're able to go out to do our last minute Christmas shopping. Now this actually happened on December 23rd, 2020. So prior to Christmas. So what had happened was I was walking down the stairs and next minute I slipped and fell down some stairs at my old place that Mum and I were living at before we lived here in this place. And like, I knew the stairs were slippery to begin with and they needed fixing, but that was beyond my control. Okay, we tried to get the stairs fixed and nothing was getting done about it. So that's when my incident happened. Me falling down. I broke a few toes. I broke my ankle. I had a torn calf. Like, part of my calf was torn. I had a couple of fractures in my foot, but one of the fractures they couldn't get to because it was like on the side of the foot, I think it was, or at the back of the foot. I don't know. Mum saw the x-ray, so she knew where the expecting break was. Yeah, it was really painful. I was screaming in pain. The whole entire neighborhood heard me screaming. They thought there was a murder, but they were proven wrong. I had fallen down the stairs. Now, prior to me breaking my foot in several places, my foot was actually facing backwards, and Mum saw that and she's like, "Oh, my poor baby," and everything, and she came down, twisted my foot around. Oh my god, I was like screaming my head off, and Mum's trying to calm me down. She's on the phone to a paramedic. Unfortunately, they said that there was no ambulances available due to COVID, and I'm just screaming my head off. I just could not bear the pain. So I managed to get down the stairs with some help from neighbours while Mum drove the car up onto the grassed area where the doorway was, because we had like a little doorway going into the stairwell. And I managed to struggle into the car, which I did, and we drove off. We got down to the road, right, and a police car pulled up beside us asking if everything was okay. I said yes, everything's fine. My daughter broke her foot, police go, okay, well, stay where you are. We'll come back around and we'll take you there. So the police came around, pulled up in front, and they said, look, you're allowed to go through a red light and you're allowed to speed, but only if you remain behind us and while the lights are flashing and the siren going. So they had the siren going, they had the lights flashing, so we're able to go through the red light. And by the time we reached the hospital, police then drove off. I stayed in the car and Mum went to go get the doctor. So doctor then came out 10 minutes later with a wheelchair, and I spent oh God knows how long in ER, but I spent quite a few hours there. So then I finally managed to see someone to have the x-ray done. So, and because I was in pain, like I said, they couldn't get to the expecting break, but they were able to see the rest of it. Just that one break that they couldn't get to because I was in so much pain. So yeah, I went in to the back of the hospital, got seen to by a couple of doctors. I had the cast put on. I was given the crutches. I was told to take a blood thinner to stop the blood clot. I don't know what that was. I think that was aspirin. Or Aspro. I don't know. It was some blood thinner to take to stop the blood clotting. Which I found that I didn't really need it because I didn't really have an issue. But yeah, Mum's like the very next time I was like, hey, you wanna head out and came out with me and whatnot? And it's like, yeah, sure, why not? Because we didn't get to do it that day since I broke my foot. And as we pulled up into the car park, because the car park is like really squishy, and I didn't have Mum didn't have a disabled sticker, like a temporary disabled sticker, so we couldn't use the disabled parking. So it made it very hard for me to get in and out. There was this one person that was getting impatient with me, and she goes, can you hurry up? And I'm like, no, I can't hurry up. Can't you see I'm in a cast? I'm getting my crutches out from the back seat. Please do not tell me to hurry up. Okay? I'm temporarily disabled. And she cracked it, lost her patience, so she went around the other side, got into a car, and started reversing, and I'm like, excuse me? I've just closed the door. Let me get up onto the sidewalk. But yeah, she just continued driving off. She was so freaking rude. And then we finally go into Kmart, do our shopping. By the end of the shopping that we did, my foot started playing up. So I hopped over to where security was. Mum went off to the registers, and this young couple with a kid almost bowled me over, and the security, he comes up to me and goes, "Are you alright?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine." So he picked up the crutches that I had dropped. And when Mum was starting to register, I told her what happened. And Mum was like, "Yeah, some people just don't care if you're on crutches or in a wheelchair or whatever. People just don't care about it. People will be rude to you and disrespect you and all that. Because people just, yeah. I mean, it's Tasmania, okay? People are rude here. And, like, not all people. Some people are actually quite nice here, some, like, friendly. But majority of the time you actually get rude ones. But it's mainly during the holidays you get the rude ones come in. So, yeah. So, then come 2021, around January, I was still in a cast, still on crutches. My cast was coming loose and it was becoming a concern. There was nothing from the doctor telling me that I had to come back in to have the cast redone. And I was supposed to have the cast, like, fixed up, like, taken off and reapplied. But they never did that. Never. And I'm like, oh my God, this is going to further injure my foot. Which clearly it has, because I'm still having issues with my foot. So clearly it's further injured it somehow. I just haven't been to a doctor to have it checked. So now it's 2025. I still haven't had it checked. It plays up every now and then. At the moment I'm wearing one of those, I don't know, what do you call them? They're like a bandage, but you pull them up over your foot and then it's a wrap. Like one of those wraps, bandage wraps, but it's got like the Velcro. And it's not padded, by the way, so it's like just bandage material, if you want to call it that. So going back to 2021, so I was walking around in a loose cast on crutches, and Mum's like, "You're going to have to, like, balance on one leg and hop around on one leg, because that's just way too loose. And it doesn't matter how much Glad wrap I used, it was still loose. It was awful." And what was it, like February, like late February, early March, I went back to the hospital and I had the cast removed and I was fitted into a leg brace, also known as a boot. So one of those plastic leg braces. And I was walking around in that for a couple of months during the healing process, like the recovery. And after a couple of months, I then stopped using the boot, leg brace, whatever you want to call it, and chucked on a bandage, which therefore referred me back to my crutches while I was regaining my balance. So, but I didn't need both crutches. I ended up using the one for balance and stability. And the more I walked on it, I ended up ditching the crutch, and I just started walking constantly with just a bandage around my foot, and ankle. And yeah, so it's been 4 years now since I broke it, coming up to 5 years. And it still plays up, obviously, because like I said, they didn't call me back in to fix up the cast. So it may have further damaged the injury. May have. I'm not sure because I haven't been able to, have it checked for a while. And I should have. That's my bad. But yes, I do walk on it fine sometimes. And sometimes I limp still. It depends on how long I've been standing on it, how long I've been walking on it. That's when it's at its worst, and it just aches and aches and aches. It doesn't matter how much ibuprofen, known as Nurofen, okay, pain relief. Doesn't matter how much I take of that, it just continues aching and aching and aching. It swells up every now and then as well, like around the ankle and the top part of the ankle. So the bone that connects to the ankle, that hurts every now and then. The bone on my big toe, like the side of it, hurts. That pain in my big toe doesn't go away. It's permanent. My ankle's permanent because when I walk, I can still feel the bone, like the grinding of the bone. But the top part of my ankle doesn't hurt as much, okay? It only plays up every now and then. My other toes are okay, but once again, they still play up. And my foot, like the foot area, I sometimes get a bit of a pain on the side of my foot, like the inside. So, and this has actually happened to my right foot. So I am now favoring my left leg because now that's become my strongest leg. And now when I get up out of bed, I use my left leg for pressure, like to push myself up. When I walk, I use my left leg when I walk. So yeah, that's pretty much my story, how I broke my foot. So, and like I said, at the end of this video, you'll see 2 pictures, maybe 3, okay? Just so you have proof that I am actually telling you guys 100% true facts, okay? I am not making this shit up. Pardon my language. This is 100% true facts. Even my mum will tell you in the comments down below that it is actually true that I did break my foot. So, yes. I should know. Mum should know. Okay. Even the doctors will know because it's on record. Okay. Even my pictures will tell you. So I'm going to end this video now. Okay. So if you like my videos, smash the like button. Subscribe to my channel if you like my channel. Notification spells optional. Comments and questions are left down below. Please be respectful. No rude and no disrespectful comments, or otherwise I will report and delete. So be respectful. Okay. I like nice, polite comments. Okay, so now I'm going to end this video and post the pictures at the end of this video right now. So Have a good night, everyone.